Stampers, this is Dawn from DawnStampingThoughts.net, and today we're going to make these shaker cards. We're going to actually make the Tempting Turquoise one with the basic black. Isn't it cute? And then this one is using the Melon Mambo with the basic black. And then inside of this shaker window is the punch, the Sprinkles punch. And then this one uses the metallic sequins assortment pack. So let's go ahead and get started. So let me give you the measurements of the cardstock using the Tempting Turquoise. This is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then a piece of basic black, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Then you're going to need 2 pieces of Whisper White, which are also cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm using a piece of vellum. Hopefully this shows up on the black better. This is cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and put our basic black onto our base. Go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we're going to grab our Big Shot. Okay, so I'm using the layering square framelits. We're using this one and this one. These two layered together, and I felt it was proportioned right for the front of the card. So those are the sizes that I went with. So we're going to use the straight edge first. We're going to cut the scallop one out with the Tempting Turquoise. So you're just going to position this right over your card where you want it. Okay, so there's my front of my card. Now we're going to go ahead and punch out the Tempting Turquoise cardstock. Let me grab that. Okay, so now we're going to use both of the layers to cut this scallop edge. See how they just nestle right into each other? It's awesome. Love it. That cracking noise is normal. You can tell by my acrylic pads that I use my Big Shot an awful lot. But that's what it's supposed to look like if you use it. Okay, so there's my frame. So let's move the Big Shot. Okay, looking at my frame, it's a little crooked. I think I moved it when I put it through the Big Shot, but we're still going to go ahead and continue. All right, so the next thing, we're going to put this Whisper White piece inside of the card. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your adhesive and you're just going to outline the frame, because of course you don't want to put adhesive on the white, because if you put it on here, then it's going to stick to your little sequins or your confetti that you put into your window. So you want to make sure that the window part of the shaker part is kept clear of the adhesive. I'm just going to put this right over top of that window. Okay. So now it should look like that. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and build our window with the foam adhesive strips. Let me just get a new strip here. These are awesome. I don't know if you realize this or not, but when you use these are slightly taller than our dimensionals. So I have to double up on the candles that we'll make later, just to make it a little bit taller than this strip. So I'm putting the adhesive strip right along the edge of the window, pressing that down, and then you're just going to frame it out. So you're going to cut it, making sure there's no gaps in between your adhesive so the sequins and glitter or whatever you're putting inside doesn't fall out. A little bit more. Okay. All right, now the next thing I do with my shaker cards is I take the embossing buddy, and this prevents static when you're embossing with the embossing powder. But what I found is that when I rub it across the window of the shaker part of the card, this makes the inside goodies shake a little bit easier and smoother. So just run your embossing buddy over that window. Then I'm going to add some of the metallic sequins. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? So I'm just going to add a couple pinches of that. Okay, so next I'm going to take the Tempting Turquoise cardstock and I'm going to punch out some confetti with the Sprinkles punch. It's brand new this year. To cut some of the confetti that was left over from when we cut out our frame with the square framelets. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and put these pieces into our frame. How cute. All right, then we're going to go ahead and peel off the backing of the adhesive strips. Okay, we're going to take our piece of vellum cardstock and just kind of centering it over top of that adhesive. And you won't see the adhesive because that's where the frame part comes into the shaker part. Okay, so then this is going to go over top of this. So it's going to hide the adhesive. Isn't that great? All right, so we're just going to put adhesive along the edges of the frame. Okay, just going to position this. I don't want to put my head in the camera, so hopefully that's kind of hiding the adhesive. That look good? Pretty good. This was actually going to be a quick tip video on how to make these birthday candles, but I thought I'd make the whole card with you today. So I went ahead and made the birthday candles. This one's going to be for the inside, but let me show you how I did that. So I'm using the Festive Birthday designer paper for the Tempting Turquoise color. And then these ones are from the Pop of Pink designer paper pack. Cute. And what's nice is that one side is pink with the Melon Mambo and the white, and then the opposite side are the black and white. So it's nice. All right, so what I did for my candles, let me show you this really quick. Okay, so for my candles, I'm using the Build a Birthday stamp set. I have the 3 little layers for the actual birthday cake, but we're going to make them into candles. And then I'm also going to stamp birthday wishes. So what I did for the designer paper is whatever side you want showing out for the designer paper, you're going to stamp on the opposite side. So we're going to stamp these shapes on the back side of the designer paper. Let me grab my black ink. Let me show you what I did. Okay, so I want my larger candle to be the Tempting Turquoise one. So I'm going to take the larger Build a Birthday strip here, and I'm just going to ink it up. And it doesn't have to be perfectly stamped because you're just wanting to get the outline of the strip. And I'm just going to stamp on the back of the Festive Birthday designer paper. So I got the edge, then I want to cut that out. So then the next strips I'm just going to stamp the back side of the Pop of Pink. Okay, because I want the side to show out as the black and white. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and cut one out. So I'm cutting from the back side because that's where I stamped it, and I want to get that proportioned right. Okay, so there's the Tempting Turquoise side. So I would go ahead and do these the same way, cut those out, and then these are what they look like. So this is the back side. They don't look very pretty that way, but when you turn them over, that's when they're really super cute. So now let me show you what I use for the birthday candle flame part of the candle. Okay, so now this is the brand new Blossom Builder Punch. Oh, I got a little punch there. This little petal of this flower looks just like a flame to me, so I use that with the Daffodil Delight cardstock, and I just punched one of those out for the flame. And then I put some adhesive on the very top back side, and then just took the little petal or the flame and just put that onto the candle. And then to secure that a little bit better, I just put a dimensional on the back side, just like that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and stamp the Birthday Wishes, which is from the Build a Birthday stamp set. Okay, so I'm just going to hand cut this out. Okay, and then I flag the ends. I usually use my 1-inch punch for this, but don't have that handy. Okay, so since we use the adhesive strips on the window when balancing our candles on the front of the card, so let me go ahead and build these up. I'm going to put adhesive on the bottom of the two smaller candles, and they're just going to kind of sit kind of crooked, I guess, from each other like that. Okay, so there's your bunch of candles, and then this is going to sit on the front of the card. But since the adhesive strips are a little bit higher than dimensionals, we're going to double up on the dimensionals. So I'm just going to put 2 at the bottom. So I'm going to peel this one off, and then I'm going to stack another one on top of that. Because see, this part is going to be below the window, just like that. And just peel these off. And I put dimensionals on the flame too, just because it makes it stay put onto the shaker part of the card. So just put that right there. Okay, and then we're going to put our birthday wishes. And once again, since I doubled up on the dimensional here, I'm going to have to double it up on the one end of the greeting. So I'm going to put the dimensionals behind the birthday side. I'm going to double those up also. I'm going to peel those off. And then put one on top of that. So then when this sits across here, it's going to be not mushed down, I guess you can say. All right, so then we're going to add some Wink of Stella to the flames. So pretty. And then for the inside, let me stamp the inside really quick. Because see, we already have the inside for the Whisper White there, but we need one down here. And then I'm going to stamp a greeting. Okay, so I'm using the birthday banner stamp set for the inside. We're going to stamp It's Your Day and then Happy Birthday. And I put both of the greetings on the stamp. Let me grab my black ink pad. Okay, and we're going to put this candle. I made actually 4 little candles, 3 for the front and then 1 for the inside. We want to put some Wink of Stella on that flame. Hopefully that shows up. It's so pretty, very subtle. Okay, then this is going to go on the inside. Okay. Okay, so next we're going to add some Bermuda Bay sequins around the border of the basic black. And I'm going to use the fine tip glue pen. I'm just going to dot just randomly, probably a series of 5 dots. And I got some Bermuda Bay sequins here. Just peel one off at a time and then drop it in the glue. Cute. Look at all that confetti in there. And it shows up so cute behind the vellum too. I love it. Okay, so there's that one. And now here's the other one. And then here's the Melon Mamba one. And then the sequins is the Blushing Bride sequins trim for that one with the pop of pink designer paper. Super cute. Okay, that's how you make that card. See you later.